afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a Clawitzer team. Now, this team is from Maru on the Discord, who pretty much said, I was scrolling through some Pokemon and thought Clawitzer seemed interesting, so I decided to build around it. So here we have a Clawitzer team. There's definitely reasons behind every single Pokemon on this team, and I will get to that in a second, but Clawitzer was one of my favorite Generation 6 Pokemon introduced. I always thought it was cool. I always thought it was cool how it was like a version exclusive next to Dragalge. And I always think the Pokemon had something going for it. The only issue with it was its speed. So enter Trick Room. We have the Dialga plus the Calyrex Trick Room combination, which is always really interesting, both of which can carry Trick Room. We have the Indeedee to help set up that Trick Room through Follow Me support. We have the Rodent to deal with Zacian and Zarge, which otherwise would be a pain in the caboose against this team. And the cool thing about Clawitzer is that it has things like Mega Launcher, which is essentially a stab on top of pulse moves, right? So that includes Terrain Pulse, that includes Dark Pulse, that includes Water Pulse, etc., etc. What's cool about this team in particular is that there's two different terrains that we could set. We have Grassy Terrain and Psychic Terrain. And, you know, Grassy Terrain plus the Terrain boost plus the Life Orb boost plus the stab boost from Mega Launcher, it gets a lot of damage multipliers added on top of each other. And essentially, we have 5 moves here, theoretically, because we have Water Pulse, Dark Pulse, and Terrain Pulse, which can either be Grass or Psychic plus Protect. So I thought that was pretty cool. And hopefully we can make it happen today. Obviously, most games are going to be, yeah, we're going to Dynamax either Calyrex or Dialga, or maybe even Rotom sometimes. Clawitzer doesn't really want to Dynamax, and then loses the Mega Launcher thing. So you kind of want to keep it as a little tiny claw fish thing. Lobster, I guess, or crawfish. So yeah, that's what we're going to plan on doing today. If you guys are excited and, you know, you want to see Clawitzer here on the channel, hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you guys are enjoying all these fun themes that we are trying out. Anyway, with that said, let's get on to today's battles. Solgaleo Ogre with a little bit of an Incineroar Zapdos combination, also a Sableye. Okay, Alfredo, I see what you're doing. Thankfully, they don't have too much beat control beyond the Sableye and beyond the Zapdos, I guess, going for Airstreams and stuff. But we do have the Slow Room to use. And also, in this battle, Clawitzer ain't awful. It could be a legitimate Pokemon here. Now, we do have to worry a little bit about their Rillaboom, but I think with Rotom in the back, we should be fine. This might be a leave Dialga behind game. I'm bringing the Calyrex for sure game. Let's do Calyrex, let's do Indeedee, let's do Clawitzer, and then it's between Rotom and Rilla. Rilla will help us against their Ogre. Rotom will help us against, technically their Ogre too, and the Rilla. But man, not bringing Rilla to a game that has Ogre on it. No, I think I'm bringing Rilla, because theoretically Calyrex should be able to deal with the Rillaboom as well. So I'm going to bring my own Rillaboom, simply because Calyrex should be able to fire back, knock out the Rilla. Their whole team is actually kind of weak to ice, except, well, actually just 2 of their Pokemon. But, you know, 2 important Pokemon are weak to ice on their team. The others are kind of resisted, but we just ignore that fact and see where we can go from there. The ones that are resisted, or at least neutral to ground, or weak to ground. Also, what item is this on Calyrex? So White Herb on Calyrex, Shucka Berry on Dialga. Interesting. Shucka on Dialga is definitely interesting. They're going to leave with the Incin, followed by the Indeedee. Okay, so this is the most simple turn of my life, I think. Right? I'm pretty sure. This is just a Follow Me, followed by Trick Room, right? I'm trying to think of everything they could possibly do. But thankfully, I don't think they can stop my Trick Room, which is kind of the goal here. It's Intimidate doesn't matter either, which is kind of funny. Haha, White Herb. It worked. The issue with us showing the White Herb, though, is that they now know that we don't have weakness policy, so it's not like they're going to be a little bit afraid of smacking us with a super effective move. But regardless, I think we have one goal in mind, and that one goal is to set Trick Room. And nothing should stray us from that one goal. Now, if I were my opponent, I would simply just Parting Shot and the Steel Spike, I guess. They should still Dynamax. They lose nothing by Dynamaxing. And as long as this instant is alive, it's going to scare me from Dynamaxing. So. Oh, I just realized I don't even have Dark Pulse on this Clawitzer. I have Aura Sphere, which is actually a pulse move. Doesn't make too much of a difference. I mean, it only really makes a difference if I'm up against Calyrex, or Calyrex Shadow, which I'm not. Regardless, we follow me. They probably click Parting Shot and Steel Spike. Yep, there's a Steel Spike into the Indeedee. Is actually not enough to knock me out yet, which is super cool. Now, what does the Ensign want to do? Wants the Parting Shot. Okay, so yeah, they know how to play the game, which is cool. It's good for them. I think I'm going to play the game a little bit better, and I think I'm going to swap into my Clawitzer and then follow me again. Kind of a pretty hard sack onto my Indeedee. Oh, but they send out Rillaboom against me. They're changing terrains on me. Ooh, yikes. Do they Grassy Glide my Rilla? I mean, my Calyrex? Maybe I can't afford to swap yet. They could fake me out, but I could just Dynamax though. I think I want to. Just Dynamax. I think I want to Dynamax Max Quake that Rilla, assuming they're going to swap back into their Insane just to get the -1 on me. And then I'm also going to follow me again here. Let's see how this works. I could also fake out my... Yep, cool. Got it right. In comes the Insane. Wow. Now, this is going to be a little bit reduced in terms of my damage output. But as long as I lose my Indeedee here, I should be fine. So then I get the free swap at a Clawitzer. I get to do some cooler things, specifically against them. But that Rillaboom, though. The Calyrex was kind of my main way of dealing with that Rillaboom, if I'm gonna be honest. We'll see how this turn plays out. Here's the follow me. At least know my Calyrex will be safe for this turn. Followed by the Max Quake onto their Incinesports. Great damage. Great damage considering I'm at -1. I will say that. Also, good read from our part, right? We got a lot of damage onto this instant. They're going to Steel Spike us again. Get a little bit more defense this time around. We do have our backs pinned a little bit more now. Just a little bit more. I still don't want to give that thing weakness policy. In fact, I think I'm going to protect with my Calyrex Ice for this turn and just go for the Water Pulse. Just keep it nice and simple. Not trying to overpredict, not trying to outplay. Clawitzer, you have a claw. Do we Quake again? Do we just... No, we guard. We guard. We need the Calyrex alive. We guard, and then we go for Aura Sphere, just in case they swap in a Rilla. We can at least hit the Rilla with neutral damage. I don't like the fact that they knocked out our Indeedee, but at the same time, that's kind of Indeedee's whole purpose, right? Is to get knocked out and to protect the rest of the team. My opponent is taking their time, though. They will have... This is their last turn of Dynamax, which is cool. But the problem is they just raise their defense 3 times. They do swap out and go into the Ogre. I have Terrain Pulse, Tom. I don't think they know that. Terrain Pulse is going to hurt like a truck. I'll say that much. Let's go for the guard. See what they decide to do with their side of the field. We get a nice Origin Pulse. So, hey, free damage, right? Oh, big damage. Okay, nice crit. Did not expect to see that much damage. I'm sure they weren't either. I'm sure they looked at that damage like, what the heck was that? What hit me? Okay, like I said, I do really want to preserve my big guy, you know? They did give me rain, though. Ooh, I don't know what to do. I think I Quake into Ogre. And I take a shot here on Solgaleo. In the Water Pulse, in the Rain, plus stab, plus Mega Launcher, plus damage. I think I like that. You know? That sounds like a good turn for me. Kyogre protects, so be it, right? They don't know that the real threat on the field is my Clawitzer. Now, if I doubled into them, that would have been amazing, but I didn't want to leave their Kyogre unchecked. They're doing a great job installing my Trick Room, though. I will be honest. I'm not able to knock out any of their mons because they keep protecting, installing, and swapping. All right, anyway, let's see how much a Water Pulse does to Solgaleo. Incredible damage. Honestly, incredible damage. They go for second. They're afraid of the Clawitzer. What? They're gonna keep my Calyrex at a 100% HP? Bruh, okay. Interesting. That Ogre is definitely not healthy enough to where it wants the Water Spout, right? Oh, that's tanky Ogre. It has lefties. No, yeah, it has lefties plus grassy terrain. That's a little toxic. All right, so it's like tanky Steel Spike Ogre thing. I still have Trick Room for a turn, right? Beautiful. Yes, I do. I'm gonna go for the Horsepower onto the Solgaleo spot. And I think I'm gonna go for the Terrain Pulse while the Grassy Terrain is still up and see how much damage this does. A Wide Guard. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm not clicking a spread move, so that doesn't matter. Regardless, here's a high Horsepower. Not enough to knock out, but I will give it the Weakness Policy by accident. Dang it, I really thought that would be enough. But I guess they did raise their defenses 17 times. Regardless, I do knock out Ogre here, I think. Good lord, that was a lot of damage. That was definitely what we call a lot of damage. Now, a little concerned. But I do think the potential of setting up Trick Room is still available to us. We just have to be smart about our switch-ins and our protects. They're gonna swap in Rillaboom because they want to fake out. Fine by me, because I kind of plan on doing the same thing. And swapping in my Rillaboom. Will they be dumb? Is the question. I hope so. I hope they will be dumb and do the basic moves. Because I'm kind of just planning on them doing the basic moves. I will protect. I will go back into my Rilla. So I can have fake out next turn and set up Trick Room. That's essentially my goal. That's all I want to do here. And since I now know they have things like Wide Guard, I can be a little bit more weary about that too. All right, they go for the Grassy Glide into my Rilla spot. Thankfully not going to matter. And I do think they just went into my Calyrex spot. Nice, because now I get fake out. I get fake out, they don't. That means I get Trick Room, they don't. Okay, we're playing the long game here. It's Trick Room. And let's fake out onto the Solgaleo. Keep it simple. I know that they could swap in Incin, and they probably will swap in Incin. Oh, they swapped it in on the other spot, though. Okay. Fine by me. Fine by me, Tom. These Intimidates are annoying, though. I think next turn I just double high Horsepower into this Solgaleo. Since I know it has Wide Guard, they do have their own fake out this turn, though, and I'm negative a billion on my side of the field as well. What wins me this game? Calyrex or Clawitzer? I might have to make a very difficult decision here. I'm going to swap out Calyrex into Clawitzer to clean up my statuses. And let's high Horsepower the Incin simply because they don't have the same stat boost that the Solgaleo has. That Solgaleo's with the plus, what is it, 3 or plus 2 special defense or physical defense is all that's keeping it alive this whole time. They fake out. Perfect. Rillaboom has a Shucka Berry. Okay, I thought I missed. Okay, fine. Got rid of your Shucka Berry. Still gonna crit him. Gaming. Pokemon gaming. Now that was very good for us. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and they're not knocking out my... The Groudon's gonna live. I'm so amazed. Wait, I could still lose though. Because they're just gonna wide guard. Which means I can't go for... Oh, they pinned me. I'm pinned. Dang. I'm actually pinned. They can Grassy or they can go fake out. Oh, I'm screwed. Or they can... How many turns of Grassy Glide do they have? 2. Look how strong that thing is. Dang. 2 turns of Grassy. I have to protect Clawitzer. Man. And I guess I'm high horsepowering the Solgaleo to try to do some damage to it. If I can get a crit on that, that's the important one, right? That's the way more important one. They do go for Grassy. They don't even bother faking out, which I kind of assumed was going to be the case. I'm going to have to hit a double protect here in order to have any chance of winning. Is that another... What? How? Can I get so lucky? That never happens. Oh, my opponent is having a bad day, dude. Okay, well, we're double protecting because they're still in grassy terrain and we're clicking Glacial Lance. What the heck? Battle, I would have too. That's just not fair. That's honestly just not fair. I'm sorry. Okay, so it looks like they do have a little bit of a Trick Room package on this team, but also like a Rain package and an Urshifu. So like, it's a little bit rough on my restricteds, if I'll be honest. Urshifu kind of deals with both of them very well, even my Indeedee very well. I do still think I want Trick Room up. I just don't know which I'd do it with. I do think maybe Dialga is the better option. So let's do it just like a straight up Indeedee Dialga lead. Bring the Clawitzer in the back because it'll just take advantage of that rain. And I think Rillaboom has to be brought here no matter what I do, right? There's no way I shouldn't bring Rillaboom into like Urshifu and Kyogre. Because Rillaboom can at least be able to click Grassy Glide on the Urshifu without really having to worry too much. My biggest concern is if, hey, they lead Dusclops and Indeedee, like, what do? Do I just let them Trick Room? I guess so, because that would 100% be their Trick Room option, right? Let's see. Let's see what Nero wants to do. Brother Nero out here. Show me your leads, my friend. I hope they're not too spooky. Calyrex and Indeedee. I could Trick Room or I could just Wormwind. Ooh. They're making me make a hard decision here. Kind of forcing my hand. Because if I do Trick Room, does Clawitzer... See, I'm not sure. Is Clawitzer underspeed a Dialga? I don't think so. Clawitzer's like base 60, right? Not Dialga. I meant Calyrex. Ice. Okay, well, I guess screw it. We're Wormwinding. Let's check for fairies before we do that. I don't think they did have any, though. No fairies. Okay, cool. Yeah, we Wormwind. Actually, we should Steel Spike, but I think Wormwind does more damage. Should do more damage. Yeah, slightly more damage. Onto you. They're going to redirect it, which is why I'm kind of like, meh. And let's Helping Hand. Let's guarantee this knocks you out, right? Indeedee runs? Into Ursh? It is Watersh. Double running? What's happening? Into Ogre? What's the logic behind that? Yo, they are not gonna appreciate this, like, at all. This is gonna hurt. He's bigger. faster and stronger too. He is the first member of the DK crew. Dialga. King Dialga. Okay. Welp, you want to see damage? There it is. I guess it's safe to say that wasn't a Assault Vested Ogre. I'm at a loss for words. But fine by me. I guess nothing to do here but redirect. They send it in DD? Fine. Honestly, yeah, same thing. I'm gonna Helping Hand again too, because if they do go for... If they're Dynamaxing something? I was just about to say, if they do go for like Max Dark move, or not Max Dark move, Max Knuckle, then they can get their attack back. They're not even G-Max. What's happening? Am I having a fever dream right now? I don't know what's happening. They do go for Max Knuckle, fine. Again, they're -1, so I'm not that afraid. And it's into Indeedee, even though I didn't click follow me. Sometimes it's just better not to click follow me. That was a crit, by the way. Okay, so I was realizing that was a lot more damage than I thought it should have been. Good news is I can just keep going for Wormwind and keep him at -1, so I'm not mad about it. Jeez, the Helga's just cleaning the field. I'm not even Life Orb, dude. I am Shuckaberry. I think I have nothing to worry about with this Urshi, if I'm gonna be honest. I think this Urshi is not on the list of things I have to worry about right now. I think I should be going for this Calyrex. Calyrex could protect though. I guess since Calyrex could protect, let me just go for the Urshi instead. And just keep Helping Hand. I have nothing to lose by just Helping Handing and clicking Max Wormwind. You guys want to talk about Dynamax value? This is Dynamax value.jpg right now. Dialga is going to get punched in the face. Fine, whatever. We don't have weakness policy on this Dialga, unfortunately, but that's not the plan here. The plan is to hurt their Urshifu, which I think we will accomplish. Big ol' Max Wormwind now. What's nice about this Urshifu going down? Oh, it's Sash. Okay. Never mind. It's not going anywhere. This could still be kind of awful. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's a one game yet, because they're about to get a +1 with their Calyrex Ice, and I'm about to undynamax here. My Dialga is left at half HP. What do I have in the back? I completely forgot. I think I do have Rilla though. Yeah, I have Rilla. Okay, cool. I do kind of have two options. I like not option number 1 better. That option number 1 is just... I'm gonna fake out Cali's Shadow. Not Cali's Shadow, it's Cali Ice. Because I think the big guy is protecting this turn because they're 1 HP, so why wouldn't they? So I think I'm gonna double into Cali Ice. See where this takes us. Okay, cool. Thankfully, we're not born yesterday. Here's a nice little clappity clap onto you. Fake out pressure is great. Followed by the flash cannon into the Cali Ice spot. Not a lot of damage though, and I think I just gave weakness policy. Oh, lowered special D though. No weakness policy. All right, good information. Good information. Get a little bit more health back with the Alga. I think we're fine. Because like I said, they're not in Trick Room, so my Dialga should be outspeeding. And they just lowered special defense here, so all I have to do is click Flash Cannon there and Grassy Glide here. And that should be game. Wildest game of my life, by the way. I don't know what happened since turn 1. Typically, I don't think it's ever a good idea to double swap turn 1. Like, you gotta have like some pretty big alpha brain to make that happen effectively. In my opinion, GG's. Well, Clawitzer did nothing this battle. It was a great cheerleader in the back, though. But this was all Dialga. Wiping out every Pokemon here. GG's Dialga. Male Indeedee this time. Okay. Female Indeedee versus male Indeedee. They do also have Calyrex Shadow. Now, I've been seeing Calyrex Shadows carry the Trickerman Prison thing a lot more frequently now. Speaking of Trickerman Prison, male Indeedee also does a similar thing. So it's good to notice, good to mention, good to think about. I do still think Dialga plus Indeedee plus Rillaboom plus Clawitzer has to be our 4. We just have to be smart about who we target. If they lead with Calyrex, we smack Calyrex with everything we have. If they lead Indeedee, we smack Indeedee with everything we have. It's our only option. We ignore the Ogre, which I know sounds like an awful idea. But the reason we do ignore the Ogre is because we do have the Rilla in the back for it. Like, why would we hit a Pokemon that we have an answer for waiting to come in, right? Brings in Indeedee and Calyrex. I have no idea which one to connect with now. Who do I target? I'm going to say Calyrex. I think what we do here is click Expanding Force and we click Wormwind. Right? I think that has to be our play. Because, like, Trickerman Prison is going to happen. I think we just don't even bother. We go for the Wormwind onto Calyrex. And you go for the Force of Expandings. This could just be like a double Expanding Force turn for them. Which, although is going to be annoying, is going to be resisted by our Dialga. So, I'm not too afraid of that. And I do think our Indeedee can take it as well, especially after getting the Psychic Seed increase. And also resisting that. I think we led the perfect lead against their lead. We identified the 2 serious threats for Trick Room, that being the Calyrex and the Indeedee. They essentially ended up leading with both of them. Okay. Gonna Dynamax something. Bringing out the big ol' Dialga. I don't think they're gonna Dynamax on their side of the field, obviously. Because they just have 2 Pokemon that just don't seem like great Dynamax candidates. See how this turn plays out, though. I'm super excited. They go for the Astral. Okay. It does a little bit more damage on Dialga, don't get me wrong. But it's no damage on Indeedee. We do outspeed with our Indeedee and are going to click Expanding Force. Is there Indeedee Trick Rooming? Tom, that helps us. They're definitely Trick Rooming. There's no way my Dialga should be outspeeding their Indeedee. No, they... Oh, what? How slow is your Indeedee? My Indeedee and my Dialga outsped their Indeedee. And now they're sending out Grim? Is this just going to be another game where Dialga takes the whole thing by itself? I mean, I guess so, sure. Let's just click... What reason do I have to change my moves here, right? Just expanding. Everyone's leading with things that can't deal with Dialga. This is the Dialga video, apparently. I got nothing to lose. Who's your last? They must have really thought I was just going to Trick Room right away. I mean, I don't have to. Who's Dynamaxing? I swear I'm in Master Ball, but who's Dynamaxing right now? I don't even know what to say anymore. It's not even Gmax. You guys want to see a Grimmsnarl disappear? Well, there it goes. What did you have to gain? All right. Man, I don't know. I don't know what that. Thank you. That helps me though. Ogre? What is Ogre gonna do? Tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure Clawitzer gets on the field. We're gonna click Wormwind onto their Ogre, and we are going to jump into Clawitzer. Which I think could take whatever this Ogre wants to dish out here. Indeed, he comes back out into the Clawitzer. We go. Yeah, screen time. Helping Hand Boostage. Are they like Iron Ball Ogre or something? Yes. Yes, they are. Thankfully, not enough to knock us out. And that's a nice Wormwind onto their Ogre spot. Just deleted off the face of the planet. Because of a crit. World's luckiest episode today, I guess. I like Dialga. Like, I have a newfound respect for Dialga here, let me tell you. Dialga is slowly becoming my favorite Pokemon to use in VGC, and it's a pretty good candidate for what Kevin's bringing to NAIC. Not this team exactly, but Dialga at least, you know? And I think they're not going to allow me to do anything here, so they're probably just going to forfeit, but you click my moves anyway. Battle is canceled. What was this team? What was this game? We tore it up. Like, Dialga is literally hard carrying us in every single battle today. Anyway, let's go ahead and get you guys that rental code. Man, I don't even know what to say. Those were some pretty one-sided games. The first one, not so much. The first one, we got, we got a couple of lucky crits in there. It was really nice. We did actually manage to take a win, and Clawitzer actually did do a lot of things in that first battle. Those last two were just Dialga and Didi sweeping teams. But hey, here's the rental code. Thanks a lot, Maru, for posting this in the Pokésports Discord. Remember, if you guys want to submit your teams, we do have a Discord. Link is in the description. You go join that Discord, go into the rental codes chat, leave me a photo of a rental code, followed by a brief description of it. Any links that you want me to link back to in the description when I might post the video, and Pokepaste. And yeah. This team was a lot of fun. If you guys don't try out every team that I post here and you're looking for like a pretty decent team to have a good time with, I would try this one out. I was still impressed with Clawitzer, all things considered. I know we didn't bring it to every battle, but the few battles that we did bring it to, it did a lot of damage. Like, too much damage. Regardless, I'm Kevin, Pokésports. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, like and comment down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. I'm Kevin, Pokésports. Have a great night, and peace out, guys. Bye-bye.